I think I have an opportunity for introducing the next time Mrs. Shakuntala Bhandarkar, ma'am. Good afternoon once again, everyone. Mrs. Shakuntala Bhandarkar will be taking us through the socio-emotional learning in early childhood. She has done her master's in English literature and her BA to follow her passion for teaching. Having served in schools across India, she relocated to Bengaluru after the martyrdom of her dear husband, Lieutenant Colonel Ajit Bhandarkar. She is a trained counselor from Banjara Academy, guided by Dr. Ali Khwaja, and recently has completed a certificate course.
It muted. Please unmute and speak.
Ma'am, it's
muted. Yes, ma'am.
Veda ma'am, it's not audible.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. She has mentored and groomed about 10,000 students and guided about 1,000 teachers in her professional career, and it's still going on. She's been awarded and felicitated by various institutions and organizations. She has won the second place in the Best Teacher Award conferred by Rustamji Foundation, Mumbai. In recognition of her services, the Rotary Club has awarded the Kalasa Award in the year 2015. She is also a recipient of the Gaurav Puraskar from the Gauda Saraswat Mahila Women's Day 2017, and other great institutions like Infosys, BEMEL, New Horizon Group of Institutions, PES University, and the list goes on. Last but not the least, she is an army officer's wife, and both her kids have joined the defense services. I think when we say the last sentence, we will know about Mrs. Shakuntala Bhandarkar, ma'am. And being the noon session, I know every one of us have had a lunch and we have been waiting for the session. And I'm sure that the journey, whatever she takes through us, will make us more active and relation. Thank you so much, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am.
Yeah, so I'm launching a poll. Request everybody to answer the poll before Shakuntala ma'am takes anything. There is just one question, and she would like to know your view on this.
so very good afternoon to you all.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
So can I just see the thumbs up? Wonderful. So can you all just give me a thumbs up? That's yes. And I hope you all had your lunch.
Yes, ma'am. Right now, 180 people have taken their polls, and the numbers are increasing. Request the participants to take the poll. It's a very interesting question. What is the early childhood phase of learning called according to the new national education policy? Is it preschools? Is it preparatory stage? Or is it a foundational stage? Beautiful. Almost 200 participants have taken the poll.
Okay.
Yeah. So can I end the poll, ma'am? Almost 240 people have taken the poll. Yeah. The numbers, they're still taking it rather. Ma'am, let me know when can I end the poll, Shakuntala ma'am. Shakuntala ma'am? Priya?
Yes, ma'am,
actually,
you can
she
end the
said-
poll now.
I'll end the poll, ma'am. Yeah.
Yes, Seema, thank you.
So can
So
everybody see?
here we are.
Yeah.
Can you all see the screen?
yes, ma'am. Yeah, the screen has been shared.
Okay.
It is showing that it has been shared. We
Yeah,
haven't
fine.
started seeing the screen yet.
Okay. Can you see the screen now?
No, ma'am, not yet.
Oh. Okay.
Just says that Shakuntala
Can you see it now?
screen. Ma'am, can you stop the share and share?
Okay. I have to
Participants,
share
can you
it again.
please mute? Thank you.
Ma'am, you can share.
Can you see the screen now?
No, ma'am. Priya, if you can share, please. Can everybody else see the screen?
No.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No,
Yeah,
ma'am.
it will come up. It will come. Yeah.
Seema, ma'am. Seema, ma'am.
Tell me, ma'am.
Yes.
The second question you can put in, ma'am.
Above 500 people ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಜನ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ 3 ದಿವಸ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
Sunita, ma'am, kindly unmute.
And I request Seema, ma'am, to stop the live sharing, ma'am, so that
What is that?
till we start the session.
Yes, ma'am. You want me to share the other poll?
Ma'am, okay, fine. The next question, ma'am. The next question.
Okay, ma'am. Let me edit the poll. One second.
Yeah. So just let me know if you can see the screen. Can you see the screen now?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Priya,
Okay, ma'am. We'll try sharing.
Priya,
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, Priya here.
Can you please share the PPT?
Sure.
I will take them through the slides.
Okay, ma'am. Sure.
Can you do that? Because there is a technical, in the sense, internet problem, and it's frequently getting cut off. My internet.
Sure, ma'am. Just give me a second.
Yeah, thank you. So, without much ado, I just wanted to tell you about Seema. Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you, ma'am. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you.
Can you hear me? Oh, fine. Perfectly fine. So this was my backup plan if in case my internet doesn't work. So the session today is on social emotional learning. So today I am standing before you as, or I mean rather presenting this session as a counselor, okay? Counselor and educator, and not as an academician at all. Why? Because we are going to think from our heart and respond to the child who is around 3 years old, 3 to 6 years old, which is a very, very sensitive age for any child for that matter. So he is from the comfort of his home, he is coming out to the school, and we as educators, we as teachers, it is our responsibility and to see that he is safe, and also he is comfortable, and finally he is also happy being in your company. So what are we going to do in this SEL session is, first of all, I would like to introduce you to the NEP, the National Education Policy. And there is this tremendous change when it comes to early childhood care and education. And what is that tremendous change? In our previous policy, preschool was not at all included in the policy at all. And this new policy, NEP 2020, your early childhood program is included.
To close this?
So first slide, please. Yes, first slide, please. I'm still trying hard to connect using my laptop, and I apologize for all the inconvenience.
Slide. You want a slideshow?
Yes, slide
Ma'am,
one.
please click on enable editing.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Just press F5, ma'am.
So that's nice. Yes, yes. So, so that is how it is. Shall we go to the second slide, please, Priya? Thank you. Yeah. So this NEP is
Priya, go to the full screen.
very, very good for all early child. Yes, thank you. Early childhood education and care. So what is it they have emphasized on? We go to the.
No, it's not slideshow.
Yes.
She'll keep telling me. Full screen.
Yes, the second, the third slide, please, Priya. Yeah, fine. And go to, go to slideshow and, yeah, perfect. Click on it, it'll come. Yes, next slide, please. So we see how ECA, yes, keep clicking. Yes, next slide, please. Yes, perfect, perfect. Let's review this slide. So this is what the NEP has given, and this is from the original document what we all received as educators. And I must also thank Bangalore Sahodya for empowering us as leaders of the school and as educators, senior educators, about these programs, and also what NEP means to early childhood care and education. So they have not just told us as education, they've told us as care and education. And if you see the slide there, can you all see what is it? I'm going from the top most, developing curiosity. So what does it mean by developing curiosity? How as educators we need to, especially early childhood educators, we need to always keep in mind the curiosity level of the child. So this is very, very important. So what are the ways of keeping the curiosity level high is by constantly questioning them and asking them what do they see, and listening to their listening to their experiences. So here I would like you all, why am I going? Okay, so why am I talking of? Yeah, fine.
Ma'am?
So
So
yes,
yes,
fine.
fine.
So why am I talking about all these things now?
Ma'am, you have to mute the other system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it fine now?
Is it fine now?
Okay. So
So
No, ma'am, you have to exit from one system, ma'am. Please exit from one system.
yeah. So now, why am I going through this slide is to make you understand that before we go into SEL, you must understand what the new education policy or the national education policy is highlighting, and which is emphasizing on what are the points that the new education policy is education emphasizing on. So the next point is, apart from developing curiosity, teamwork and collaboration. Collaboration is the 21st century life skill. So we need to inculcate all these things at a very, very young age. So when I say collaborative, it means like giving group activities, making them work as a team. And we all know that many of the kids are single kids in their family, and they don't have anybody in the house or in their family to share their own peers. Maybe some of them in their apartments, maybe they have, but many of them are single, and in a nuclear family, it becomes very difficult for the child to relate, or even for that matter, the adult to relate to the child. So logical thinking and problem solving, again, we all
Ma'am, I'm sorry, you're not audible. Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's facing major issues with network.
Probably some technical issues.
Yeah.
yes. So all the time, what do? We keep telling them, do this, do that. We never give the child an opportunity to think by itself and do things by itself. So what is happening is the child becomes very, very dependent on the parent or on the teacher. So we have to give them the opportunity to think for themselves and to.
Shakuntala ma'am, you're muted.
cannot see. Yeah. So can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you now.
Yeah. So that's the reason why we need to give them the chance to explore, to think for themselves, and also to enact in the manner which is suitable for them. Play-based, discovery-based learning.
Activities. Can you just type in some activities which keeps them engaged in the class, and also group activities in the chat box, please? Yes. Yes, somebody has written.
Yes, very good. Role play, puzzles, super, wonderful. So like this, if I go down, art and craft and music again is very, very important in our curriculum. We have to integrate art and everything. Why? Because you all know about MI, multiple intelligence approach should always be there. Ethics. Ethics again is a very, very important part of early childhood. It includes values, simple things like respect to elders. All these things are
Ma'am, your voice is
inculcated
cracking.
at a very young age.
Ma'am, your
Relationship
voice
with
is cracking.
nature.
I'm sorry.
Okay, fine.
Your voice is cracking, ma'am.
So,
Yes.
So,
okay. So then what is happening is the relationship with nature. The relationship with nature is very, very important. So yes, field trip.
Ma'am, it's not audible.
Yes, nature walk. Very good. Outdoor play, nature ramble, gardening. Very good, very good. So you see,
yes. So, very good, very good. So, very good. So, all of you have different types of activities, nature walk, field trips, everything is important.
next is
Shakuntala ma'am, you're not audible, ma'am.
Yeah, I think she's facing major network
Issue.
issues.
Yes, ma'am.
Just hold, maybe she'll join back.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, memory test.
Yes, she's with us now. She's back. Shakuntala ma'am. Sorry for the inconvenience caused due to this technical issues. I think every one of us in the world are facing the same thing, as people during this pandemic situation have become, during this pandemic situation, everyone have got into virtual classrooms, virtual learning and everything. I think the virtuality in all of us has been shown here. Now, because of these, I think everywhere we have the bandwidth issues. So sorry for this. Just bear with us for a few more minutes, teachers. We will be back in few minutes. Thank you so much.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. You're
So
audible now.
self-identity. Okay, superb, superb, Rohini. Thank you. Yes, ma'am, we do understand. So, Rohini, thank you for the update. Let's go to the next point, self-identity. This is where we are going to linger about. We are going to discuss it full length. The self-identity of the child is very, very important. And that will come only when the child is happy and the child's self-esteem is in good hands. So color, shapes, alphabets and numbers, yes, we all have dealt with it many a time. So etiquettes, behavior and emotional development.
The crux of the social emotional learning. So what are the 2 points here? Or rather the 3 points we are going to touch upon is the ethics, the self-identity, etiquettes, behavior and emotional development of the child during his early years is very, very important. Yes. So coloring also, many of you have given very good activities. So let's go to the next slide, please. Very good. Thank you all. You've been participating very actively and you've given lot of activities for the kids. Superb. So let's go to the next slide, please, Priya.
I have changed it, ma'am. You want me to change to another slide?
Yes. So we are going to talk about the core competencies, which is self-awareness. So this self-awareness means the child should know for himself what is he doing or what is he aware of, in the sense what are his feelings, is he able to share his feelings, does he know that he's feeling happy because he's got a prize, or does he know that he's feeling hungry. So
So
all
all
these
these
things
things
are
are important and these are all self-awareness when it comes to a little child who is 3 years old. Next, next competency is, next slide please, Priya. Self-management. So what do you understand by the word self-management? Can you please put it up in your chat? Self-management for a 3-year-old kid or for a 5-year-old kid, what is it comes under self-management? What do you expect the child to do?
Mushroom lying in the plate.
Saji what? Bhaiya.
Hello.
Yes, superb. Wearing his own shoes. Yes, correct. Keeping his things in place. Wonderful, wonderful.
Ma'am, we are left with 5 more minutes
Yes.
of presentation, and then we have to go for question and answer session. Shakuntala ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, another 5 minutes.
Very good, very good. Interacting with appropriate behavior, superb. Washing his own things, keeping toys back, superb. Very good, very good. Wonderful. Understanding her or himself and how active the child is doing all the activities, superb. Very good. Self-help skills, superb. Responsibility, imitation, taking care of these things, superb. Differentiate between good touch and bad touch, wonderful. Namita, wonderful, wonderful. Anugraha, keeping things in the right place from where they got it, superb. Sushma, filling water bottles. Purnima Sharma, aware of his own responsibilities, doing his own work. Who's that? Tamarik. Superb, superb. Yes. So this is what is self-management, and this comes under your social emotional learning. We may think, what is it? The child, why should I teach all these things? But this is very important for the child. So next slide, please, Priya. Superb. You all have understood the concepts very well. And this is what it is when it comes to social emotional learning for the child. Next slide, please. Third element.
Identifying the things.
Yes, relationship
Identifying
skills.
his things.
So this relationship skills is again relationship when they are sad. Yes, yes. Very good. Doing day-to-day activities independently. Now let's all shift our focus on emotions. So just give me 1 minute of your time, and then again we will interact about the activities and the emotions. So here again, we have to tell the child to express his or her own emotions. If the child is sad, he has to tell the parents, or he should be able to identify that he is feeling sad. I'm feeling sad because I didn't, my friend is not with me. I feel sad because I'm not able to go to school. So all these things will come as emotions, and the child should be able to tell the parents or tell any adult, maybe teachers or anybody for that matter. They should be able to identify their emotions and share it with the concerned person, whether it be peers or whether it be the ayah who's taking care of him, the caretaker who's taking care of him. And sometimes, yes, when the child doesn't get what he wants, and then he becomes angry, and then the parent or the teacher also should communicate in this language, saying that, yes, I'm angry because you have not kept your things back. So will you please keep your things back? And once he finishes it, and you can just reiterate and say that, yes, I'm happy that you have done it now, and that's like a good boy. And so always, as teachers also, we have to keep talking about all these emotions, rather than saying that, oh, don't do this, don't do that. Tell them that you are angry because he has not done a task, or tell the child, appreciate the child, saying that, yes, wow, that's wonderful, because I'm very happy because you have done your work correctly. So in this way, the child is able to understand not only your emotions and your feelings, but he is also able to share his or her feelings. So there is a small video on this emotion song. You can all view it. Priya, can you
Yes,
just
ma'am.
click on that song on emotions video? That's a very nice song. I don't know how many of them know about this song. You can use this in your classroom as well.
उल्टा पेन
Ma'am, when the video is playing, can we take few question and answers because few participants are raising their hands?
Yes.
Those
Please.
questions,
Yeah. Please,
So,
yeah. You can play that, Seema.
Yes, ma'am. Because I think that video is taking time. Meanwhile, we can take some questions. Participants, anybody has got any questions
Yes.
till whatever that we have covered? You can please unmute yourself and speak. Anybody has got any questions till whatever has been covered the last half an hour?
Ma'am, when children are resistant to learning, like it's time for 1 hour of studies or half an hour, the kind of resistance is there. So how do you understand the resistance of the child?
Shakuntala ma'am? I think right now network is what is resistance right now.
Ma'am, is there any other platform where we can post our questions and ma'am can answer it other than this chat box? If this is a concern of an internet, can we post our?
Yes, ma'am. Right now the session is also getting recorded in our Facebook. So you can
Okay.
go back to the Facebook and the same, this particular recording, this particular session, just go to this particular session and put your questions in the comment box and ma'am will reply it.
So this will be available even after the session gets over?
100%.
Yes.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, I'll post it up. Sure, thank you, ma'am.
Participants, are you able to hear the song?
No.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, Priya, since it's taking time, let's do away with the song and we'll go to the next slide.
It's playing here, but I don't know why it's not showing to all of you.
Ma'am, you can share the link of the song through our mail or something so we can listen to it later also.
Okay, fine. I have done. I'm sharing it.
Ma'am, before that,
Thank you so
one
much.
participant, Miss Mary ma'am had one question saying there are kids who has resistance in learning. So how do you handle those kind of behavior, ma'am?
Oh, first of all, understanding the resistance and how do we approach the child, and then as an adult or an educator being with the child, how do you get to it?
What is it, ma'am? I couldn't get your question.
Ma'am, sometimes some children are resistant to learning. Like it's time, they know that it is time for learning time, maybe when you have a fixed time. And that point they start showing their emotions, crying, shouting, screaming, or rolling on the ground or something like that. So how do we understand the resistance of the child for learning, as well as how do you cope with, like as an educator or a parent, how do I get back to the child?
Shakuntala ma'am.
Ma'am, you are having a problem with the child learning.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So you should try to understand why the child is not liking.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, ma'am, my question is, what are the strategies that I can do so that I can understand the child? Is my actual question.
ಅವಳು ತಿಂತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳ ನೋಡು ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ
Yes. So the last point is social awareness. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The last point here
The
is
last
social
point here is
awareness.
social awareness.
Can you
Can you
hear me
hear
now?
me now?
Ma'am, there's a dual voice coming in.
What is it?
We can hear two sounds of
Yeah.
your.
Okay. That's because, like, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. So the last point is social awareness, and this is very, very critical too in today's time. And what is that? Because of this pandemic, we want all of them. When once the school reopens, they have to be aware of the fact that they have to wear the mask, they have to wash their hands frequently. All these things will come under social awareness. So with this, I would like to conclude. Yes, very good. COVID-19 awareness and how they can keep that social distancing, because many of them are so used to hugging and having that closeness with their friends, cuddling them, and putting their hands over each other's shoulders. All these things is quite common amongst their age. So it'll be very challenging for the teachers. So whenever you are having a PTM, whenever you are having the virtual session, please spend at least 5 to 10 minutes telling them that they should always wear a mask when they're going out of the house, and they should always wash their hands once in 2-3 hours. They need to wash their hands, not just wash their hands, wash their hands for 20 seconds. So with this, I come to the end of this session. I apologize for all the inconvenience and caused to you all during this session. I try to make it as seamless as possible, but the internet is not in my favor today. Thank you all for your participation, and I loved the enthusiasm in you, and I thank you all for participating and being a patient listener, for being patient listeners. Thank you.
Ma'am, are we getting
Thank you so much, ma'am.
any feedback form and attendance form for this session?
Yes, the feedback form is available in the chat box.
Sure, ma'am. Thanks.
Veda?
Yes, I've sent it. Teachers, you can just check it up. It is in the chat box. You can just fill in your attendance and feedback over there. I've sent it again. Yeah, you can just check it. Hope everyone have received it. Yes. I think
so. Thank you all once again. Thank you, IEM and also Bangalore Sahodya and my institute for giving me this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I think through this itch also, ma'am could take us through the